My wife texted, "Girls' night, don't wait up." I replied with a single message, and just 10 minutes later, she came rushing home, completely terrified. It was a Friday evening, ordinary on the surface, or at least that's what I believed. My wife, Jenna, stood in front of the mirror applying lipstick, dressed in a way I'd never seen before. The dress hugged her figure, making it clear she wasn't getting ready for a casual night with friends. She caught me watching her and offered a faint smile, but something about it felt wrong. "Don't wait up tonight," she said, picking up her clutch. "It's just a girls' night out." An hour later, she texted again. "Might stay at Ella's tonight. Don't wait up." No heart emoji, no love you, just cold, distant words. My grip tightened around the phone. That was it, the final insult. I'd been loyal, patient, and forgiving. Her carelessness had turned my silence into determination. I typed one short sentence, simple but devastating. "Tell your friend I said hi. He left his wallet in your car last week." I hit send and placed my phone on the table. My heart wasn't racing, I wasn't angry. I was calm, the kind of calm that comes when you've already accepted the storm ahead. She had no idea I'd found it beneath her seat the previous weekend. A man's wallet, Ryan L., her coworker. 10 minutes later, my phone exploded with calls. 15, 20, 30. I ignored everyone. The same woman who had casually told me not to wait was suddenly desperate to hear my voice. I poured myself a drink and waited by the front door. Then another message appeared. "I'm coming home. Please, just wait for me." I smiled as I took another sip of my whiskey. Now she wanted me to wait. How convenient. By the time her car pulled into the driveway, my heart had already moved on. The man who once fell apart at the sight of her tears had finally learned to see through them. She rushed through the front door shaking. Her hair was a mess. Her lipstick was smeared, and her wide eyes looked as though she'd seen a ghost. "Mark, please," she gasped. "It's not what you think." "Really?" I replied. She tossed her purse onto the couch and stepped closer. "Yes, he was there tonight, but it wasn't planned. He just showed up. I didn't even talk to him." I took another sip of my drink, my voice steady and cold. "Interesting. He somehow found enough time to leave his wallet in your car while not talking to you." Her lips parted before pressing tightly together. The color drained from her face. "You you went through my car?" she stammered. "No," I answered, leaning back. "I went through the lies you left inside it." She broke down, her confidence shattering in an instant. "Mark, please. It wasn't an affair. I just needed attention. You've been distant. Work has been so stressful." "So your answer," I interrupted quietly, "was to look for validation from another man?" She collapsed onto the couch, completely defeated. "I didn't sleep with him," she whispered. I let out a slow sigh, not from anger, but from disappointment. "Jenna, it's not just the act that destroys trust. It's the intention behind it." She looked up at me with tear-filled eyes. "What are you going to do?" I finished my drink and answered calmly. "Exactly what you told me to do. I'm not waiting for you anymore." I walked into the bedroom and started packing. She followed me, panicked, grabbing my arm. "You're overreacting. I can fix this." I slowly turned to face her. "You had every chance to fix it each time you lied to my face. Now it's too late." She held on to me, sobbing. "Please don't leave me. I'll change." I met her eyes without hesitation. "You already did, just not for me." Her grip loosened and silent tears rolled down her cheeks. The woman who had once played with my emotions finally realized I was walking away for good. That night, I checked into a hotel. I never told her where I was staying. By morning, I had 47 missed calls, 19 text messages, and one long voice note filled with sobs and apologies. I never listened to it. Some things once heard can never be forgotten, especially regret. She even sent me one of our wedding photos with the message, "Please don't give up on us." For a brief moment, I felt pity. Then I remembered that pity is simply love after respect has disappeared. And once respect is gone, the relationship has already been buried. 2 weeks later, I filed for separation. She begged, she made promises. She even came to my office whispering, "You're my everything," while holding my hands. I gently pulled away. If I were truly your everything, you never would have needed someone else? That was the last time I ever saw her. A month later, I heard she'd used the same girls' night excuse with another man and had been caught again. I didn't celebrate. I didn't laugh. I simply thanked fate for revealing the truth before I wasted another year pretending everything was fine. Now, whenever someone asks why I'm single, I just smile. Because the last woman who told me not to wait taught me the greatest lesson of my life, the courage to walk away. That night changed everything, not because I lost her, but because I finally found myself. And somewhere out there, I know she still checks her phone, hoping for a message that will never arrive, because I finally stopped waiting. Her voice sounded relaxed, but her eyes told a different story. They seemed too polished, too rehearsed. I let out a quiet chuckle. "Girls' night, huh?" She rolled her eyes. "Mark, don't start. I just want to have some fun. Try to relax." Then she walked out the door, leaving the scent of her perfume lingering in the hallway. As she disappeared, an empty feeling settled deep inside me. Somehow, I knew this night had nothing to do with her friends. After she left, the house became unbearably quiet. I dropped onto the couch with the TV on but muted, staring at her last message. "Don't wait for me." I'd heard those words far too many times before, and they were always followed by weak excuses and guilty smiles the next morning. For the past 4 months, I'd felt that something wasn't right. There were late night work calls, unfamiliar perfume, and secretive text messages followed by quiet laughter. I stayed silent, pretending not to notice, waiting for her own lies to eventually catch up with her. I picked up my phone and opened her location app. She believed I no longer had access, but she was mistaken. Her location showed she was near a downtown bar called Blue Velvet, the very same place she used to call cheap and tacky. A cold smile slowly spread across my face. If that was where she wanted to be, then so be it. This time I wasn't going to wait.